What's good? I'm a little sore. I finally got back into the gym, like actual working out. Oh boy. It's nice though, because I'm starting to feel like a human again. However, I'm still very broke, and so my ability to participate in material reality still makes me feel like not a human. But I'm working on it. Anyways, I need to think less about politics. I need to think less about philosophy. I need to think less about psychology. And I need to think more about how I can make money to survive in this hellscape of an economy. But I'm not there yet. I'm still inundating myself with politics. And I've been observing the left a lot. I actually observe them more, I think, than the right. I agree with the right more, but I just observe the left because they're fucking weird. And it's so ironic because they have themselves been labeling J.D. Vance as weird, which is so wild and hypocritical. You know, the party of drag queen story hour, let's just have these fucking mentally ill men expose children to sexual degeneracy. That's weird. Or we can talk about the pride parades that have been going on, exposing children to overtly sexual acts, oral sex and sodomy and all these other things. That's weird. That's weird. Trying to normalize pedophilia, that's weird. And it's not a mainstream left thing yet, but there is a small pocket of the left, the people who are trying to normalize minor attracted persons, MAPS. That's fucking weird. Trying to give children chemical castration hormones to delay puberty. That's fucking weird. So J.D. Vance thinks you should have children and contribute to the planet. You all think that's weird, but you're freaking letting pedos and other degenerates expose your children to things that they should not be exposed to at this age. I'm a sex positive person. I support ethical non-monogamy. I support kink when it's between consenting adults. I'm very much down with funky things, maybe. But again, key things are consensual adults. When you bring this stuff into public and expose children to it, they cannot consent to that stuff. And also, well, on the note of the whole kink and pride parades, when you are including other people into your kink without consent, that's actually sexual harassment. So that is why public displays of sexuality is not legal. That is harassment, to be engaging in public acts of sex. The other people did not consent to participate in your exhibitionism, which is a kink, and I think it's wrong to include people who do not consent. That's fucking weird. Oh my gosh. And I'm really worked up about this because 10 years ago, I very much would have aligned more with the left. 10 years ago, I was way more pro-choice. I didn't even talk about that one. You know what's weird? Fucking killing babies. That's weird. I was pro-choice 10 years ago because I've always been a libertarian-leaning individual. Literally since I was 16. And I discovered philosophy. And I was like, whoa, there's this whole complex nature to our existence. And I can't find one person who I think has all the right answers. So I love getting information from other people. And so I found philosophy at a young age, and I realized that I'm not, God isn't a thing I vibe with. Authoritarianism isn't a thing I fuck with. Sovereignty is the biggest, most important thing we can have as humans, as human agents. If we do not have sovereignty, we do not have anything. Sovereignty to start with bodily autonomy, bodily ownership. So while I disagree with abortion, while I think it is wrong, that's a gray area that I still, I don't think it should be illegal. But then again, there shouldn't be laws. We shouldn't have a state. But you people, okay, so 10 years ago, I would have definitely been an ally because I do sexual freedom, being gay. Sweet. Do you, boo. I don't care. I truly used to, I still think I'm an ally, because in my conception of how we build a stateless society, people are free. People are free. Like, there is no government to say, no, you can't love this person. There is no government to say, no, you can't kill your baby. Now, there are communities and societies that will react in different ways, but 10 years ago is when I began to see the shift from the left talking about policies and ideas and focusing more on identity and emotions. And so this whole JD Vance's weird thing is an emotional tactic being used to try to alienate him. But it's coming from the weirdest fucking people that we have. It's coming from the left. And I'm really worked up about a lot of this, and I've said in a lot of my videos that it's frustrating because I feel like these people abandoned me in a way. Because I used to be able to almost have okay conversations with people, but it literally became a point where it's like, no, Andrew, the questions you're asking are bigoted. Andrew, the things you're saying are sexist or misogynist. Or Andrew, you're being insensitive. And it's like, I don't even like Ben Shapiro, but the whole facts don't care about your feelings thing. It's the left moved away from facts and they're leaning into emotional appeals, which is why there's a lot of hysterical women on the left. You could say the right has leaned more into the intellectual or analytical things, so there are more cold or stoic men. And then that also connects to the division of the sexes, because we have a whole bunch of men who are not at all developing their nurturing side because they don't have that infusion of femininity from a counterpart. And then there are a lot of women who do not have the infusion of masculinity to help reduce their hysterical nature. And so we've got really, really, really cold men on the right, and we've got really, really, really hysterical women on the left. And all the while, the globalists are winning. They are winning. They are dividing us. So can we stop with the name calling and get back to policy and ideas? Please. Over identity and emotions. Because that's how we're actually going to make progress. I don't want to say your emotions are not valid, but when you bring only your emotions to an argument, that's not going to yield any sort of fruitful dialogue. Emotions are meant to be processed. Process your shit, please. Fucking weirdos. I still love you. Much love.